This is a conversation between two people. Tell us, when do we meet just then?
I'll say yesterday on the group chat.
Technically, when do we meet in person?
Just now, yeah.
Literally just now. Like I'm talking
2 minutes ago, yeah.
2 minutes ago. Yeah. What's your name, brother?
Zihad. How about you?
Zihad. I'm Dan. Nice to meet
Dan,
you. The fit is very interesting, and I feel like it gives off an impression that you're confident. That's what I get from it.
Right.
Would you say you're a confident guy?
I would like to think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
As confident as the next guy. You know.
Would you say you've always been a confident guy?
No.
Really?
No. I mean, I don't think anyone grows up being confident. You know. I was moving from different schools. I didn't make that many friends. It's not because like I was quite social, that's for sure. Because I was moving schools, like my parents they wanted better education for me, right? And I kept moving cities as well. I didn't make that many friends. I only had my mom and dad, my cousins sometimes, right? That made me become confident. Cause like you have to be quite outgoing to make friends, you know, especially in different schools, you know. You're young, you're a bit timid. So I just thought, hold on, what will happen? They're not going to chew my head up, right? They're still quite young. I just thought, I'll talk to them, right? Nothing's going to happen. You know, people try to bully you when you have good friends to support you. You don't really get much affected.
I wasn't confident, I don't think, until this year.
Really?
Honestly, right. This year I feel like changed everything for me. Because all the years before, I was very... You know, I was really unhappy with myself.
Really? Why is that?
It's because I didn't know what I wanted to be and how I wanted to be with people. It was so like, I was never fully... I didn't know what I wanted to be. I didn't know how I wanted to act in front of people. And then it's only this year when I started really going into my mind and trying to figure out what it is that I was able to be just so much more myself. You know, this YouTube channel, I was procrastinating for so long.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
It happens to me. Like, it happens to me even now, you know, like when I was, I think, in year 7 or year 8, I saw everyone going to like YouTube, like all these famous YouTubers, right? They were blowing up. They were just like me, right? So I thought, why not give it a try? I kept on procrastinating. Even now, I'm still like slightly inclined to do it, but I have no idea how to start it. So, I mean, what you're doing is awesome, you know.
Thank you.
Really awesome, trust me. Like,
so you wanted to do YouTube?
Yeah.
Really?
But this was YouTube prime time, you know, when like everyone was popping up, right?
What's this, a few years ago sort of thing?
Yeah, like this is year 7, year 8, right? Even year 9, right? Before COVID. Everyone was popping up, right? And then TikTok came in, right? Even then I was a bit timid. I was like, oh, do you want to do TikTok? It's all dances. I don't want to be laughed at. Yeah. See that, again, I wasn't as confident even then, right? So it's all about growing, you know. So confidence is all about growing and having trust in one's self.
Because for me, it was very much like what you said, I don't want to be laughed at. I did not want to be laughed at. But you know what? I feel like a bit of, it feels, basically I started my YouTube channel during study leave. Right.
Okay. Right.
However, it was during study leave, so I felt like a bit like a cheat. Because I was sort of hiding away from people because I wasn't in school too much. I was hiding away. That's where it felt. So I was able to make videos by myself. Right. But I wonder what it would be like if I was still in school. You know, I don't think I'd do it if I was still in school. I still think
I still daunting, isn't it?
It is. I still feel like I have the feeling where people are going to laugh at me. I can't make the videos I want to make because people are going to find it weird.
Yeah. No. I understand. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, it's really scary, isn't it? It really is. I mean, they know you. Even your friends sometimes laugh at you, but they don't laugh at you because it's real. It's all about, like, they're laughing at it because it's something new, I suppose. They didn't experience it, you know. But again, what can you do about it, really?
Yeah.
I mean,
but you know what it is as well? I think because the fact that I'm doing all right on YouTube and I'm doing pretty well. Sounds arrogant, but I feel like I feel like I'm doing well. And then I feel like when I'm going back to school to get my A-level certificate.
Yeah.
I think because I'm doing all right on YouTube, I'm not as scared. But if I was like doing badly on YouTube, I feel like, because I still feel the fear of judgment. I still do it. You know what I realized? Oh, okay, I'm about to get deep. Very recently, I went through kind of a breakup.
Okay, how so?
But it wasn't a breakup because she wasn't my girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, situationship.
Situationship. There we. But that made me think. That made me understand so much about myself, and it made me realize that I'm not as great as I thought I was. I'm not as secure as I thought I was. It made me realize so much about myself. You know,
What are you defining as secure?
not being so easily swayed by emotions.
Oh, so you thought you were stoic, like
I thought I was stoic.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I thought I was genuinely stoic. Because actually, talking about stoicism, I was studying it. I was big into it. And
Weren't we all? I mean,
yeah, and I realized that it's just not who I thought I was, and I'm just so easily swayed by. Like, I don't think properly. I guess I feel that made me realize so much about myself. Have you ever been in a relationship?
No.
Never?
Nah, not for me. And I just never had the chance. I mean, again, I said I was moving around, you know, country, city to city, and then country to country as well, right? From Bangladesh to Italy, right? And then recently, like 6 years ago, I moved here for education, right? So, I mean, I just didn't really have the time, you know. I mean, I'm always looking forward to getting married, you know.
I was gonna ask, marriage.
Yeah, I want to get married. Well, who wouldn't, right? But I just, like, if it happens, it happens, right? But if it doesn't happen, I couldn't care less. I'm not chasing it, really.
You're not chasing. You know what it is for me? I'm scared. You know how you said you don't chase? I'm scared of being by myself.
Really?
I can't.
Why is that?
It's really bad. You know, I can't actually sit down by myself in a room just with me for too long.
How do you study that? Like,
How do you studying? Like sitting in a room with my thoughts is I just can't do it because I'm very, when I'm alone with my mind, I'm very much like, what?
You overthink.
That's the word. That's what we're searching for, that word. I overthink way too much.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of people do that, don't they?
Yeah.
A lot of people struggle with that. I'm very much easygoing, right? I take a relaxed approach to life. You know, I'm very relaxed. I mean, very much like, I don't want to stress too much. I'm like, there's not much to overthink about, you know. If you're happy, you're happy. If you're sad, try to be happy.
What would you tell the younger you?
You're awesome.
Really? You tell her you're awesome?
Yeah. 100%. I would say, you're awesome because where I am now is all thanks to the past me, right? Whatever mistakes I've done, I have no regrets of those mistakes, right? For example, when I moved here to this country, right, I didn't want to move, you know, because like I thought I was gonna get settled in Italy, right? I love Italy, right? Because I did move, I'm going to do this now, and I've experienced all these things in England, right? Which I don't think I would have done in Italy, right? Because it's not the same opportunities. Right, but without past me, I wouldn't be here. No chance.
So you live a life of no regrets, sort of thing.
No regrets.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta love yourself, man. You know?
What is your home life like?
What do you mean?
Like, do you have a good relationship with your family?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I love my family. Living them right now, right? Obviously, first year of uni, I took a gap year. I thought I was going to move away to a different city. I wanted to move, but then I thought, hold on. I like being together with the family, right? It helps with mental health, you know, being together. And the ease you feel when you have your parents with you, your brothers and sisters, right, with you.
Because the reason I ask is because obviously you're South Asian, and a lot of South Asians don't have good relationships with their family. Like for me, I don't. Yeah, not that much of my parents. Like me and my dad don't have a relationship. Me and my mum, we're closer. We're closer than me and my dad, but we're not really close. I feel like that as well really shaped me. Do you want to be a parent when you're older?
Me, 100%, man. I'm looking forward to it, you know.
Yeah.
I'll definitely ask my parents for help in parenthood, you know, because they're really good. They're really, really good, you know. It is hard. I know a lot of South Asians do have a very strained relationship. To that, I would say, try.
Yeah.
You know, try, because your parents are still humans at the end of the day, right? If you try and open up to them, they'll open up to you. It'll take time,
Yeah.
for sure.
I think I have heard a lot of things where it's like, I've even heard it in songs. It's like the pain that I have. It's like in songs like the pain I have. I'd rather just keep it because it's what makes me me, sort of thing. They don't want to. It's like it's scary to build a relationship with someone that you're not close with. Like for example, my parents. It's scary to build try and build a relationship with them.
I'd say don't be scared because what they're gonna do to you,
Yeah.
right? You're just talking to them. Like obviously, it's like like from what you're saying, you don't really talk to your dad. It's like just like a stranger, right? If you're trying to build a relationship with a stranger, right, or make friendship, I'd say. So with the small things.
That's
right?
interesting. Yeah. Way of looking at it. It's like us two, strangers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You start with saying hello, how are you, etc. And slowly we're building up. You know, I'd say. Plus, your dad is at home, so you have a higher probability of getting close to him. You know. I'd say try your best, man.
Yeah. Have you ever had a love interest? You said you've never had a girlfriend, but have you ever had a love interest?
I mean, who doesn't?
Yeah.
Who didn't? I mean,
have you had flings?
Flings? No.
Flings, just little flings.
Nah.
Never.
Nah.
Never had like a.
I did have crushes, obviously, but the one I do remember was in year 6. This was during Italy, right? When I was in Italy, but I like this girl a lot, right? She was my class teacher. We were talking. We were very friendly. We used to hang out a lot, right, in school. Then my friend, right, he was telling me, oh, she looks at you in a way, right? I think she might like you. I was like, yeah, I think she might like me too. You know, I was like, oh, I was being all confident there, right? So year 7 comes, right? Valentine's Day. I write her a letter.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
Yeah, I was big into poetry, right?
Yeah.
Or a poem and everything. I knew her brothers, like older brothers, right? Because I used to hang out with them. I showed them the poem, right? They said, oh, that's fire. You can give it to my sister. I said, yeah. They said, you have our blessing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we were very, like, her brothers, we were very close, right? Valentine's Day came.
Ooh.
I had the letter, right? Gave it to her.
Yeah.
In front of the whole class. Right?
Oh.
Forget the whole class. Whole school knew. Like, literally, this is in the last period, right?
Yeah.
We're going home, right? Before we go home, we always stood up, getting ready. Gave her the thing. She said, nah. She was very friendly. She said it in a very nice way, right? She said, sorry, I don't look at you like that. I'm a serious friend, right? I'm like, okay, right. I was sad, but I wasn't I wasn't devastated. But because the school was relatively slow, I mean, small, it was like year 6, year 7, year 8.
Okay.
Right? Only those 3 years. So there weren't that many students, right? So word spread around so quickly, right? By the time I got out the door of the school, right, and I was going home, because it was a small city, right, in Italy, right? Everyone knew.
Oh, really?
Everyone knew.
Wow.
For that whole year, I was getting clowned on. I'm like, not clowned, but they were just laughing. I was like, they're like, oh, tough luck, man. It's all right. But they were still laughing, you know. My friends were like, oh, it's all right, man. Don't worry about it, right? So I was still hanging out with her, right? We were still talking. We were very friendly, but the whole school knew. I was just like, that just makes it worse.
Do you think that? Okay, bit of deeper analysis. Do you think? Okay, let me tell you why. Let me tell you something first. So I had a thing with a girl when I was year 9, year 10 sort of time. Yeah. What happened was I felt so attached to her, like really attached. Never dated, but I felt so attached to her. We never really dated, but we were very close, basically, I'd say. And then she basically just stopped talking to me one day.
Right.
Yeah. I think that did scar me a bit. Honestly, I think it did. Because ever since then, I have never been too close with a girl. I try not to get too close with them. Would you say that incident in year 6 do you think it has had an impact on you somewhat in the future, in now? Like maybe you don't want to, because you're scared.
I would say I'm very wary. Wary of falling in love. Right. Yeah, the incident in year 6, man.
Because
it didn't scar me.
Yeah.
I'm still very outgoing, right? It didn't scar me. But I was just sad, you know. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
that happened.
It's because
Right.
when you're young,
Yeah.
it's the most transformative years of your
Yeah,
life.
of course,
People don't recover from their past. Like some people,
Yeah,
like
some
it's
people
difficult.
get stuck on
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
and
don't they?
it's
Yeah.
difficult to become a better person or a different person. So I'm just saying, like perhaps it could have had something. It's just interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, for me, being rejected, right? Luckily, because it was from the whole school, right? Because the whole school knew, I suppose, because it was such a large scale, right? I got used to that.
Yeah.
So now, if it happens, if I do get rejected, right, I wouldn't get necessarily hurt because I had experienced something even bigger. Yeah, the younger years are definitely very,
They build
yeah,
you.
they build you.
They
100%,
literally
yeah.
make you who you are.
Luckily, I went through that quite young.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have to really worry about it that much.
Yeah.
I suppose for me, again, I look at it as a blessing, right? Blessing in disguise. Wow, this happened. Okay.
It is, yeah.
Now,
I
I
think
grew up.
a
you know?
lot of our bad times are blessings in disguise. Like I'm like you. I don't regret anything that's happened. Like sometimes I think, would I? I occasionally think about this question quite a lot. Would I go back and redo year 7 to year 13, knowing what I know now? All the embarrassing moments gone. All the moments where I've failed, redo them all. But I don't think I would. I don't think I would. I honestly.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it's supposed to be, you know. You shouldn't regret anything, you know. You should be like, oh, that happened. That's a bit sad, but could have done it a different way, sure. But look at me now, you know. Look at me now, and look at me back then. Right?
Yeah.
You grew up. You're in uni now, right? Doing whatever you're doing, whatever you channel. Awesome stuff. If that didn't happen,
Yeah.
would you be here? Maybe,
I don't
maybe
know.
not.
You'd probably
Who knows?
won't.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean?
I think being yourself is the number one. It's so overused, but there's a reason it's overused because it's actually
yeah, it's true. You know,
specifically men, right? Like in the masculinity culture, they're very much they don't want to act like how they want to act. Like when they, especially around girls, are very different. They want to come across as masculine. They want to come across as a real man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like they're not being themselves. You can obviously act like a man or whatever, but you can do that without forcing it, you know. But a lot of people get muddled and they start seeing all these things and just like they're not being themselves. And I think not enough people do that. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's for sure. You know, being yourself is quite a broad sense.
Yeah.
You know, like who am I?
Because I can say who is
who
yourself?
am I?
Yeah.
Who am I? Whoa.
Yeah.
That's scary now.
Yeah.
I'd say it is difficult, right? But as you grow up, you see what you like, right? And what you don't like. That's who you are, you know? What you like and what you don't like, right? I would say that's literally who you are. And when you explore new things, you find out more about yourself. That's it, really. What more can you do? You know, you can't pretend to like something,
Yeah.
right? And it's not you. It's not in your character.
Yeah.
You know?
You can fake it till you make it, but up to a certain point. That's the thing about being people. What is your views on? Because the thing is, when I was younger, I was very much involved in the masculinity world. I watched all the YouTubers. I read the book. I did all of it, you know. And then I started realizing that, yeah, it's good as a man to be as a man. Really, you don't want to be. I don't want to be too feminine because I'm not like that. And then, but this year, I just started coming out my shell and realizing that I feel like I took life too seriously back in the day. That's what I'm trying to say. I took life way too seriously. I got involved in all this masculinity thing. I wanted to be a certain way. I wanted to be how I see them. And then I just thought, nah, let it all go. I just ended up just being me.
Yeah, just do what you like, man.
Yeah.
Just do what you like, obviously. For example, if you like art, draw.
Yeah.
You know, if you like opera, you can go watch the opera. If you're just saying, if you like music, whatever music you like.
I think now, like obviously because of social media and a lot of YouTubers, it's just people try to be a certain way. It's so easy. You know what it is actually? I can't even say I'm not like that because even this year when I felt like I've really come out of my shell, even this year I watched celebrities I binge watch certain celebrities' interviews, and I tried to like study them,
Emulate them, is that what you're trying to do?
there we go. I tried to copy them, and this was this year. A couple of months ago, I realized how stupid that was, because you can never be them. You can say certain phrases that they say, you can pick out certain phrases,
Yeah.
but that's all you can do.
Yeah, I mean, you can't emulate charisma. You gotta go out and explore, and then charisma is like it's a bit of an experience as a person.
Yeah.
You're very confident, right? That's where charisma comes from. You're confident. You can talk to someone, etc., right? You come off as very friendly, right? I'll define that as charisma,
Yeah.
right? You can't copy someone and become charismatic, right? A shy person, right, can't just see a video and like, I'll just try and emulate them, but in their head they're just overthinking it. That's what shy people do, right? They don't overthink, should I do this, should I do that? There's a bit of hesitation, right? It won't be as natural. For example, if a person has never worn a suit and wears a suit, right, for the first time, they won't be as comfortable, as natural as someone who's been wearing a suit for a long time,
Yeah.
So you have to be comfortable with yourself.
You have to,
Very comfortable. You have to be very comfortable. Or else you become charismatic,
I don't think you can do much in this world if you're not comfortable with yourself.
Yeah, you have to be very comfortable.
Yeah.
You have to be very, very comfortable, right? Take up space, right? Obviously, don't be like,
Yeah,
don't sit like
don't
that,
be
right?
annoying.
But
Yeah.
have some space, right? Be comfortable with yourself, right? And stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be shy about. Sometimes we get in our heads like, what's going to happen what can, this can go wrong, this can go right. What if something goes right?
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's what I do with YouTube as well. It's like, what happens if it does go right? I'll do a video like this, which is not like a usual video. What happens if it does go really well? I don't care.
What's going to go wrong, really?
Exactly.
What's going to go wrong?
Yeah.
Who's going to laugh at you?
Yeah.
Right. If they do laugh at you, what are they really laughing at? The fact that you're making a video? What's so funny about making a video?
I think,
right.
One time in the summer that just went past, I was feeling really sad, really just down. And I was on a walk, and I walked past this couple, and I always overheard their conversation. All I heard, there was a couple, and the conversation, they were talking about someone they know, like a friend of theirs, and I just walked past them, and I heard them saying, he's just so this is exactly what they said, he is just so ferociously happy with himself, like he doesn't want to be anyone else. And I heard that, and I feel like, wow, I want to be like that. I want to be ferociously happy with myself. I don't want to be like, because I think the people who are just themselves, people who just do what they want to do, say what they want to say, they're vulnerable because they put themselves in a situation where they could be rejected. They're the best people. They're the ones you're going to remember. If I had to say the first person that comes to mind when I say he's created an impact on your life, in real life or online, do you think people can have a real big impact?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Really?
For sure. Yeah, 100%. For me, right now, who's made an impact? My dad. Yeah,
Really?
I'd say my dad for sure, man. My dad. Yeah. That's for sure. I mean, I spend a lot of time with him, right? Even my dad, he helped me out a lot because for the first few years of my life, I didn't really go to school. I was homeschooled, right? So he taught me everything. He taught me how to write everything, etc. I write in cursive, like proper cursive.
Yeah.
He taught me that as well, right? So I'd say he's definitely my person who made my impact. It's a bit of a thingy, like simple thing to say, like, oh, your dad.
Yeah.
But he definitely did make an impact, in my life.
I think we make the biggest impact ourselves because when people give you advice, when people give, or if I give people advice, it's so rare that people fully follow the advice. I think it's always at the end of the day, like especially when it comes to relationships. Oh my god, people ask for relationship advice. There's no point in giving it to them. They're going to do what they want to do. They're not going to listen to you. So I think
it's like they're seeking comfort.
Yeah,
they're seeking comfort. They're not going to listen to advice. I remember one person was asking me, should I break up with him? Thingy. Oh no. I was saying. So I asked, are you trying to vent or are you just asking for advice?
Yeah.
He said, oh no, I'm just trying to vent. I'm like, okay then, yeah, fair enough. So we just started talking, and from then on, like, whenever it's like very close friends, I'm like, I'll ask them, what are you trying to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna use that trying to vent, or you trying to get advice.
Yeah, exactly.
Talking about like people making an impact. I think the only people that can make a real impact is ourselves, because we're going to be the one doing the actions.
Yeah, you
know?
incorporate the advice to yourself and then apply it. That's making the impact.
Yeah.
You know, that's actually so you find the impact, because someone can just give you advice. You can get advice from ChatGPT if you want, right? If you're not going to use it, there's no impact. Yeah, you are right. Yeah, for sure. Like, we are making the actual impact.
What do you think about the idea of leaving behind a legacy when you die? People are very scared of just death, and that's it.
Yeah, that's why they talk about legacy, man. Like,
that's why people write their names on walls and write their names on things.
They want to remember.
They want to leave their mark.
Yeah,
and that's the whole thing. Leaving your mark in the world. It doesn't matter, because we're going to die.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you should do whatever you can. Whatever you want.
I feel like people shouldn't try to leave them up. People shouldn't try to have a legacy. Do what you love, and if it comes, it comes.
Because you can try your best to leave a legacy, right? But if someone forgets you in the next 2 days.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing. People forget easily. Think about how quick TikTok trends are.
Yeah, exactly.
Bang, they're done. One day is there, one day the next.
Yeah,
the next day it's gone.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. There was a lot. I mean, rock stars, right? They were very big into thinking like back then, right? Now there's obviously rock stars, right? But let's say a parent, right, who was very big into rock music and whatnot, right? You tell them, "Oh, Dad, do you know who these were?" Right? And they're like, "Oh, I remember now." Where are they now?
Yeah.
Where's the band now? They may remember Kiss, they may know Pantera and whatnot, right? But they're smaller bands. They're very good. They may have thought about leaving a legacy, but people forgot,
Yeah.
So forget about leaving a legacy, man. Forget about that. What's that going to do to you?
Yeah.
It's not going to take you. It's not going to help you in the afterlife.
I was going to say, when you're dead, you're not going to know what your legacy even is.
You're just dead.
Yeah. We're all going to a certain destination,
exactly.
And people only care. I feel people only really they care about themselves. They're more involved in themselves than anyone else. Yeah.
Take what you can control. Do the best you can. Everything else, leave it be, man.
And that is the idea of stoicism, isn't it? Stoicism is only care about the things that you can control. Everything else that you can't. It's like, imagine a line. On this side is everything you can control. And the only thing you can control are your thoughts and your actions. That's it.
Yeah,
your thoughts and your actions. Everything else, what people think, what people are doing, what people are saying, outcomes of your actions are out of your control.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And it's like, that's fine. That's out of my control. But it's so difficult. It's so difficult to think that.
Of course it is difficult, but once you do it, you feel good.
Going back to my last sort of situationship, we knew it was never going to really work out. And I just felt, certain things she did, talking about the idea of stoicism, everything is on that side of the line is fine, you can't control it. Certain things that she would do, like her when she's just living her life or something, she does like an action and it's like, because I just love her, I don't want her to do that sort of thing. I don't know, and it's so selfish of me. But she's her own person. It's like the saying, when people are just being them, if you get mad at someone for just being themselves and doing what they want to do, it's like getting mad at a stone for rolling in your way. It's just going to do, isn't it? It's going to do it.
Yeah.
And that's like, I found it so difficult. It made me realize how difficult I find it to just let things out of my control go. It's so. Do you ever feel like that?
Of course.
Do you ever feel like you want to control the situation?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that happens all the time. For example, I want to control like how I come across, right? I can control it to a certain extent as to how I dress, how I look. But everything else is up in the air, If you apply that to relationships, it's a bit more difficult because, I'm sure you're close to her.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And when you go to when you get attached to someone, it's a lot harder to let things go.
Would you ever date a girl outside of your culture?
Yeah, I couldn't care less.
Really?
I couldn't care, because think about this, right? There's different cultures, man. You want to experience it, right? Experience it. If you like someone, date them. I personally am very comfortable right? I don't care where she's from. I don't care what she does, right? If I like her and we like each other, I'll marry her.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less. My parents don't care either,
Okay.
right? Because if they're a good person, that's all that matters, right? At least for me, right?
Yeah.
Other people value other things, right?
What about are you religious?
Yeah, I'm very religious.
What's your religion?
I'm Muslim.
You're Muslim too?
Yeah.
I'm Muslim too. Would you say you'd never marry a non-Muslim?
That I'll be very.
I think that is a lot more difficult.
It is definitely very difficult because my religion comes first.
Yeah.
Anything, it doesn't matter, right? That's one of the reasons why I don't date as well.
Oh, okay.
Right. My religion comes first before anything. If someone's an atheist, I'm sorry, but I won't marry them.
Yeah.
I won't, I'll be friendly with them. If they are someone who is Christian or Jewish, it's a very big maybe.
Yeah, because in Islam we can
Right.
marry Christian, Jews and Muslims.
Yeah. Again, it'll be a case dependent, right? I'd preferably want to marry a Muslim,
Yeah.
but it would depend. It would depend very much because a lot of people convert, not for the sake of marrying, but because they actually think the religion is the right
Yeah.
one, you know.
And I think religion is massive in term when it comes to marriage. It's big.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because you should never force someone to convert.
Yeah, never, yeah.
Never. There's always a pressure as well, right? Even though you're not pressuring them, they feel the pressure. I would say what you should do then is, if you really like that person and you want to marry them, right, then show them the way of Islam. And if their decision is to convert, fair enough. If they don't want to convert and you still want to marry her, you do it.
Do you think you could ever fall in love with a non-Muslim?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But do you think? Okay, so I've asked that question to many people, and they say no. But
I've
you
done
think?
it. In Italy, bro. Mate,
Oh, really?
The girl, the girl, she was Italian. She was Christian, but she doesn't go to church. So she's very much like,
Yeah. A lot of people are like that.
yeah, so she's very much like almost atheistic. She didn't really believe in. Actually, nah. I can't say she was atheistic because she did believe in God. She did believe in Jesus, but she didn't go to church. She wasn't very religious, right?
Yeah.
I fell in love with her, bro. I liked her a lot, bro. Mate, it was ridiculous, right? So yeah, of course, you can fall in love with a non-Muslim girl, for sure.
If you met the girl and she's basically amazing, like she's perfect, but she's just not Muslim.
Nah, me personally, I'll try and introduce her to the religion, see what she thinks, right, and then go from there.
Because for me, it's like, do you know, this year especially, it's been a big year for me in Islam. Like, just the relationship I have with it. You know, I think if I did meet a non-Muslim who I loved, I would be tempted. But
There's always a temptation.
Because I just think, well, I just want to marry her. I want to be with her for the rest of my life. But at the same time, I think surely there's another girl
Of course there is.
Do you believe in that idea of soulmates? Do you think there's actually one person in the world?
Nah,
I don't think so. Impossible, yeah. I think there's at least 50 to 100.
I don't know, honestly. You can think someone is a soulmate, right? You get divorced. Then you think someone else is your soulmate.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, what's going on? You could go through another divorce.
That's what happens with people who marry
There's
loads.
there's a lot of people, right? There's when I was in tuition, my teacher was saying to me that her brother, he married 3 times, all 3 times ended in divorce.
Yeah.
Right. They started off very, very well, ended very badly.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, we know love is real, but soulmates is a difficult thing. I don't know if it's true or not.
Do you think there is just one person out there in the world for you? Do you think
No,
you
it's
have?
impossible because you can be compatible with someone. A lot of people, in fact, you can be compatible. That's how friendships form, isn't it?
Yeah.
We could have someone who's super compatible, but there's so many people in this world. You could have someone else who's from the other part of the world. Then what happens?
What about? Do you believe in love at first sight?
Nah.
You don't?
Nah.
Do you not think you could see a girl, and just instantly?
But that's the thing. That's not love. Because what is love? Love is thinking.
Yeah.
Because
You think that's lust at first sight?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not even lust. It's like, wow, she's very good looking. I like her. I want to get to know her. Okay, it's not necessarily lust, because lust is a thingy, that's just very primal, right? Love is thingy, you liking someone for who they are, right? Their flaws, and sharing the responsibility, right? So how do you know someone is going to do all that?
Yeah.
Right, at first sight, it's impossible, right? So it's very much like, no, there's no such thing as love at first sight. It's impossible.
Let me tell you a story. Yeah.
Go on.
I was playing mini golf with my friends.
Sick. Maybe I was sick to it.
I was there, and people were walking past, going about to the reception. Yeah, and there was a girl there, and she walked past, and I was like just hanging around with what's it called, caddy.
Yeah.
And then I looked at her, she looked at me, and it was like we just locked eyes, and she was walking and we were smiling the whole time at each other. Yeah.
You talked to her at this?
No, I didn't. At that point, I was so.
I'll be mad at myself, you know. At this age, right, I would actually go and talk to them, you know.
At this age, but this was like a couple of years ago, though. It wasn't recently. This was when I was.
I thought recently. I was like, that's just. Come on, man. That's just.
But it was like I got really. I just didn't go. I was at a point where I was too awkward. Yeah. But if I was, I think because we had that chemistry there already in the eye contact. If I went up to her and talked to her, what would happen? Do you reckon that could end up being love?
Maybe. You never know. It could be. You know, that's why you got. That's why you should have done it. That's the thing, because now you're thinking like, could it? Yeah, maybe not, right? If you went there, you would have gotten the answer.
The relationship I have with Islam, it's like it's not as good as it once was. Yeah.
Why do you say it's not as good as it was?
Like, I go to the mosque a lot less. I'm praying at home, but I'm doing it a bit less. I've done things that I regret about Islam. I haven't done anything crazy. I haven't drank alcohol or anything like that. But it's like going further and further away from it, and I think I'm scared about that because like Islam gives me identity, and always sometimes I'm sure every Muslim, even imams, have probably had doubts.
Of course they have.
Yeah, and it's like, well, because especially me. Yeah, I grew up like you. I grew up and I was like, everyone was white. In where I'm coming from, everyone was white. That made me it's easier to go away from Islam when you're around so many non-Muslims and whatever.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's very, very true, of course. Happened to me as well when I was younger. Like, I was religious, but I wasn't.
It's good too.
I wasn't praying as much. Obviously, I was very young, right? So I suppose that's a bit of an excuse. But I knew what Islam was, right? I was somewhat religious, right? I didn't drink alcohol, I didn't do any drugs. I knew I was staying away from it. But I wasn't as connected or as serious as I am now, you know. I would say when you're young, fair enough. Even now, you're still very young, man. You know. For me, I like to go mosque. I don't always go mosque for sure, right? I have a mosque nearby and I've got a mosque nearby, right? Whenever it comes to Ramadan, I always go because it's the vibe, you know. I gotta pray. But because I went to the mosque in Ramadan, right? I made some friends who always go mosque, or almost always go mosque, right? And I made a friend who's very close to me, right? Every single Eid I talk to him. In fact, I was hanging out with him last Saturday, right? He's a friend I made 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Why? Because I went to a mosque, right? That's one of the reasons why I go to a mosque, right? To meet my friends, etc. Socialize and then pray. If you have someone who goes there, a few people who go there, and you talk to them regularly, that should be one of your motivations to go out and meet them.
Yeah.
So you can actually keep contact.
Like-minded people, sort of thing, and meet people that are going to help you be better.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do you think Islam has been just transformed you and made you? Been probably the biggest thing that's made you who you are.
It's always made me better, you know. It's always making me better, you know. Some of a lot of practical advice, you know, about how you should live life, you know. For sure, it helped me because whenever I applied these teachings, it made me better. Right now, I am here because of who I am.
How would you want to raise the kids? Would you want to raise them similar to how you were raised? Would you want to be the way your parents were? Would you want to be different?
No, I want to be exactly like my parents. Man.
Oh, really?
Come on, dude. My parents, I don't know how they did it, man. It's crazy.
Wow,
It's crazy.
that's so amazing to hear you
Yeah,
talk about parents like that.
Yeah. I want to be like my dad, you know. My dad is awesome. He's sick. I mean, think about it this way, right? From Bangladesh to Italy to here,
Yeah,
3 countries I lived in. Not many people have done it, right? They did it for me and my brothers as well, and they adapted to these new countries, right? They learned the language, etc.
I want to be different than my parents were. Maybe very different. Maybe even just opposite of the way they raised us.
Yeah, fair enough. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it.
It's always like that thing where it's like, yeah, you may not have had the best parents, but at least they teach you how not to be as a parent.
Yeah,
Obviously, they tried their best, but they don't understand certain things. Like, that's not the way you should really bring up a kid who's growing up, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you gotta think your parents are also human, you know. They're also young,
yeah,
right? So you gotta think. Some people are like they when they're young, they don't really know how to handle responsibility. Some people do, right? Now obviously they've grown up, and you've also grown up, right? You seem like a very fine young man, right? You can obviously, in fact, you could help your parents,
yeah,
you know, instead of them helping you. You could do it, you know. Some people they just stop living their parents, you know. You could try get closer. It's all in your control now, you know. You have the power to do it, you know. Now you can try and start that, right? Instead of waiting for your kid to come around, you could try and do that to your dad, you know. You could try and talk to your dad, right? Slowly build a rapport, right? Talk to him, how's your day? What did you do? How's your work?
yeah.
You know, small things, you know, slowly add up and say, oh, dad, did you know this, etc. Did you know that? Mom, did you know this? Did you know that? Did you know dad did this? It's pretty sick, you know. It's all about now you have the power, you know. You should do it. You should.
Thank you for saying that.
No worries, man. Because like it's your own blood, you know.
Yeah,
Try your best. Nothing happens, right? Or something could happen. Something good could happen.
I walked away from my conversation with Zihad, having learned more than I expected. I learned how easy it can be to connect with another human, and through hearing about his own life, learned how important it was to have that connection with the people close to you. Above all, I learned change doesn't arrive on its own. It begins with me, taking small steps towards it. After all, I can't rely on anything to make my life better apart from me.